How to start a non-profit organization, 501c3 organization. Hello and welcome to another business version of the how to video. In today's video, I will explain how you can start a non-profit organization, not just any, a 501c3 organization. There are three different types of non-profit organizations. You have a 501c3, which is also the most popular among others. 501c3 can be about global concern. For example, an organization for educational purposes. The second type is a 501c4, the social welfare organization. The purpose behind these organizations can be political. 501c4 can endorse a political candidate. The third type I want to mention is 501c7. You will find many social and sports clubs in this category. They run on the membership fee and membership contribution. Remember that all these are non-profit organizations and they do not have to pay federal income tax on their funding. But here I will discuss the steps to start a 501c3 non-profit organization. On to the best of this video. How to start a non-profit organization, 501c3 organization. There are two ways of doing this. Do it yourself, hire a service. I will explain the steps to you so you can do it yourself. Choose a legal structure and its name. 501c3 has a legal structure that includes officers, directors and staff. You will decide how many directors your non-profit will have. The directors can also act as the officers if you don't have enough people initially. Usually, the directors appoint the officer. You can also name your directors in the position of vice presidents and executive director. The staff will be responsible for day-to-day tasks. They can be paid employees or volunteers. The name you choose must align with the purpose behind your organization. Use descriptive words to represent your organization. Choosing a perfect name is essential because this is your non-profit's identity. Once decided, ensure that the name has not been taken. Most importantly, non-profits work through a website. So you check if your organization's name's domain is available. After that, you must check if the name hasn't been trademarked. If not, you are set to proceed. You can do this business name search for free with Northwest Registered Agents website, where they have links to all states' SOS websites in one place. Click on the link in the description that will take you there. Pick a registered agent. When you apply for the 501c3 status, and even before that, you need a registered agent to receive legal documents on the non-profit's behalf. To do that, this agent is required to be available in the office during all working hours. If you are someone who can be available during all working hours, you can be the registered agent for your non-profit. But if you fail to be there to receive the legal documents, it may become trouble for you. If you know someone in your non-profit who can be available, you can also name them a registered agent. Assemble the directors for your organization. The directors can be anyone you want to be involved in your non-profit. They will be looking over officers and staff. They will be the backbone of your organization. So, make sure to choose them correctly. The best way to do this is to list people with the same belief as you and uphold the principles you set for your non-profit. You can assess their dedication to the cause before appointing them. The only thing you must remember is that you need to appoint at least 3 directors in order to be eligible for the 501c3 tax exemption status. Operating procedures, bylaws, and conflict resolution policies. The bylaws give you a plan for running your non-profit legally and effectively. You will add the details of where the board of directors will have the meetings. It will also include how they will deal with the conflict. The operating procedures will include the roles of directors, voting procedures, and electing officers or directors. Your organization will flourish if you keep your board of directors and other staff members adhere to these policies. File a certificate of formation. Now, it is time to get official with your state. Filing a certificate of formation will tell your state that you intend to create this non-profit organization. It will include the location of your office, registered agent, members, and distribution of assets. The name of the state's business filing office varies for all states. For example, suppose your business is based in Florida. In that case, you must file a certificate of formation with the Florida Department of State's Division of Corporation. You may also need to register with the Florida Department of Revenue. To find out what other documentation you need to do, you can visit the official website of your respective states. You can use the IRS state links of exempt organization webpage to research correctly. Get an EIN. State tax identification number. This is also the step in which you will apply for an EIN for your non-profit. Your organization's EIN will be your non-profit's tax ID. This identification number will be used for any business account you want to open. If you don't know what an EIN is, it is an identification number for your organization. You will need this EIN to conduct business with your non-profit, such as opening a business bank account or hiring employees for your organization. EIN is necessary before you file for 501c3 status. If you want more details on why you need an EIN, you can check it out in my other video. The link is in the description. Apply for 501c3 status. To apply for 501c3 status for your non-profit, you must apply for recognition of exemption. This application is submitted to the IRS with an application fee. This will get the IRS to examine your non-profit closely. With the application to the IRS, you will apply for 501c3 status with Form 1023 on the IRS website. If you submit this application yourself, the fee is $600. Getting the federal tax exempt status with the 501c3 means that your organization will not pay federal income tax on any of its revenue. This allows it to raise money for the cause without the worry of extra taxes. Donors who contribute to the organization can deduct their contributions on their federal tax returns. This ensures that the organization raises money for the cause effectively. Requirements for eligibility. If your organization's gross income is less than $50,000 and has less than $250,000 assets, you can apply for the 501c3 status with Form 1023. This form will also be available on the IRS website and cost you $275. You can visit your state's government to check what else your organization need to be eligible. You can hire a service to do this because filing out IRS Form 1023 is complex. Hire a service. I suggest hiring a service if you have yet to gain experience with legal documents. The long process would be much easier if your legal documents were handled professionally. I suggest Northwest Registered Agent because they have the most transparent fees and they also give you more services like scanning your documents, making sure your non-profit stands on its 2 feet as soon as you want. You can click the link in the description to learn more about them. It usually costs around $150 to form a non-profit with a professional. However, if you choose to have a professional service to file for 501c3 status, the cost can go up to $800. But there is a way of getting professional help without reaching that high price. Northwest Registered Agent. They have been providing the best service for over 20 years. You can check out their website linked in the description. Services start at $39 with a registered agent included, which usually cost $125. You can take a look at the breakdown of prices before checkout. They always have a fixed $39 for their services plus the state's filing fee, which varies from state to state. Benefits of a non-profit organization. Before concluding today's video, I'll tell you a few benefits of a non-profit. The first significant benefit is the tax exemption. There is no tax on non-profits, so profits are all used for cause. Another benefit is ownership and liability. The sole proprietorship allows the owner to operate and manage the directors and officers. Regulations for non-profit organizations are more lenient than those of other industries. Non-profits can conduct business as they see fit if they don't break any laws. Just to recap what you learned. How to start a non-profit yourself. Choosing a legal structure for it. Picking a registered agent. Assembling the directors. Operating procedures, bylaws, and conflict resolutions, filing certificate of formation, getting EIN, applying for 501c3 status, requirements for eligibility, hiring a service to do it for you, benefits of the non-profit organization. If you are looking for the most effective way of helping a cause, creating a non-profit is the best way. I've explained the steps to develop it. You can create a non-profit with the most convenient service provider like Northwest with ease filing, saving a lot of money too. You will find all your answers and know what it will cost you. With this, I'd request you to hit a like and subscribe so I can bring you more helpful videos like this. Meanwhile, you can check out a video on starting a non-profit and state-specific requirements for it.